Will Smith has just broken his silence regarding Diddy. Jamie Foxx also laid into the mogul as well.
Bullshit. I ain't been nowhere near that man. I ain't did none of that stupid shit. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie.
Diddy's house. Freak out!
Yeah, it seems to be more lawsuits coming out, men and women now. It just gets crazy and crazier.
What did I say? They gonna drug you. They gonna put that 2C on you and let the good times roll, baby.
Will Smith, the iconic actor and Oscar-winning star, has finally addressed the swirling allegations against P. Diddy. Speaking to a crowd at the Observatory North Park Theater in San Diego on December 12th, Smith strongly denied any involvement or connection to the shocking crimes that have led to the music mogul's federal custody.
Jada Pinkett Smith's husband was performing at a concert in San Diego and decided to directly address the Diddy of it all. For the first time. So, did he get jiggy with Diddy? Will Smith has a warning for you all. He says, the world we're in right now is really hard for y'all to discern what's real and what's true.
In a rare public address, Smith directly confronted the online memes and conspiracy theories that have tied him to Diddy's alleged misconduct. His response came amid a storm of speculation surrounding some of Hollywood's biggest names and their potential connections to Diddy's legal troubles.
I've been seeing y'all's memes and stuff. People have been making memes. I've seen the memes. Some of the stuff is funny. I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy. So y'all can stop all the memes. Stop all that
Man, listen.
That show in San Diego.
Yeah. I did 2 shows in San Diego.
How was that?
It was flames, man. Just to like really, we did the full like unplug, strip down. You know how when I do a show, you know I got pyro and stuff flying around.
So you had a pyro there?
No, it was none of that. It was stripped down. It was stripped down.
Will Smith was in San Diego performing songs from his latest project, including a track titled Tantrum. The song and performance marked a creative resurgence for the 56-year-old star, who has been focusing on music alongside his already stellar acting career. Between songs, Smith took a moment to address the audience, delivering a candid and unfiltered statement that quickly made headlines.
The world we're in right now is really hard for y'all to like discern what's real and what's true, you know? And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. People be making memes. I see the memes. I say, no, some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all the memes.
Well, sure, now we're supposed to just believe you? Okay.
His remarks were met with cheers and laughter from the crowd, but the gravity of the situation was not lost on anyone. Smith, who has been photographed with Diddy at industry events over the years, made it clear that their association was purely professional and superficial. I ain't been nowhere near that man, ain't done none of that stupid shit, Smith added emphatically.
More confident now to at least call out Diddy. Nobody's calling out Jay-Z, but Will Smith, who doesn't typically talk about this sort of stuff and doesn't seem to like talking about this stuff, is now coming out saying, I ain't been nowhere near that man. Well, that's not true. I mean, a simple Google shows you've been around that man multiple times throughout your career. Many photos of you being around that man.
Despite Will Smith's denial of any connection to Diddy, it's well known that the two have shared a long-standing and at times controversial friendship in Hollywood. Their relationship dates back to the late 1990s, when both were solidifying their positions as influential figures in music and film. Their camaraderie has often played out in the public eye, with the duo frequently spotted together at high-profile events, including Diddy's legendary parties, known for their opulence, extravagant themes, and A-list guest lists.
Will Smith and Diddy destroyed this young singer's career, and some are saying they R-worded him like they allegedly did to Justin Bieber and Usher. So Bryshere Gray is an American actor and rapper who suddenly disappeared from the spotlight and dropped some major hints it had to do with Diddy and Will Smith's mentorship. He is now suing them both over his experience, and because many people say he was allegedly R-worded by the duo, Bryshere started to act out in disturbing ways, similar to how Justin Bieber did. On July 13th, 2020, Gray was arrested by police following an alleged DV incident with his wife. Then in May 24, 2021, he spent time in prison for allegedly putting his paws on her. So Jaguar Wright says she witnessed young boys run from Diddy's house screaming from these mentorships.
He is now suing both of them over his experience, as many have claimed he was allegedly influenced by the duo, which led him to act out in disturbing ways, similar to Justin Bieber's behavior. On July 13, 2020, Gray was arrested following an alleged domestic violence incident with his wife, and on May 24, 2021, he spent time in prison for allegedly assaulting her. Jaguar Wright has stated that she witnessed young boys running from Diddy's house, screaming from these so-called mentorships. One particularly notable gathering occurred in 2004, a lavish Miami affair hosted by Diddy that attracted a star-studded crowd, including icons like Diana Ross, Bruce Willis, and Owen Wilson. This event, like many of Diddy's celebrations, epitomized the glitz and glamour of Hollywood's elite social scene, where both Smith and Combs were regular fixtures.
I was throwing this party for the MTV Movie Awards. You know, I invited everybody. Everybody was there. The Beckhams was there. I remember Beyonce was there. Jamie Foxx, Ashton, Cameron Diaz. I mean, it was Will Smith, Chris Rock. Everybody that was moving and shaking in Hollywood. So the party's going on, the party's off the chain, the party's already a success. The dance floor was warmed up and everybody was saying, yeah, we want to hear the new Beyonce joint. That's how hot it was. Security comes to get me and says, you have a guest here who wasn't on the list. And I'm like, who? He's like, Michael Jackson.
Diddy has been at the center of a federal investigation since his arrest in September 2024, facing serious charges of trafficking, racketeering, and transportation for the purpose of prostitution. Prosecutors allege that Diddy coerced women into participating in private parties that were highly orchestrated and exploitative. Diddy's actions are unagreeable in the eyes of the people who had appointed him private secretary and exploitative. Raids on his Los Angeles and Miami properties in March uncovered disturbing evidence, including illicit substances and over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant.
What exactly is Diddy being charged with?
They recovered surveillance videos, they recovered cell phones, they recovered computers, electronic devices, as well as guns, and of course the baby oil. And all of this.
I've been waiting for baby oil to go back in stock, but yes.
Most importantly, what people need to remember is that, look, the feds are going through all of this surveillance footage and they are conducting their investigation, and based on that, they have seen a lot. So in terms of people talking, shut your mouth. You do not know what the feds know. You don't know if you are in those videos. You don't know whether you are a part of these criminal.
These shocking allegations have sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, triggering intense scrutiny of Diddy's long-standing connections with Hollywood elites. Many celebrities who have attended Diddy's infamous parties are now facing public suspicion, prompting a wave of denials and clarifications from some of the biggest names in entertainment.
I reached out to every single famous person accused of actual wrongdoing. They either didn't get back to me or denied it. R&B singer Aaron Hall and Sean Combs were accused of sexually assaulting a 16-year-old girl in 1990. Music producer Harv Pierre is listed as a defendant in 3 lawsuits, including one from former Danity Kane singer Dawn Richard. He was accused of sex trafficking, grooming, and sexual assault. Actor Cuba Gooding Jr. was accused of groping a music producer named Rodney Jones Jr. Diddy's 30-year-old son, Justin Dior Combs, was accused of engaging in freak-offs and soliciting sex workers and underage girls. One of the accusers says she was forced to have sex with Jacob the jeweler at one of Diddy's famous white parties.
We are witnessing the downfall of Hollywood, a literal purge. If you don't know, Usher just deleted all of his tweets. I mean, this is just in case if any of it's incriminating when he has to go to court. And Cat Williams has been saying this for years. He literally called out the year. He said the year 2024 is going to be the year that this all comes out. And you know Cat Williams is just eating all of this up. Diddy definitely plans on bringing everyone down with him. It started with R. Kelly and Epstein, and it goes all the way to Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, poor Justin Bieber, and many, many others. And I just want to share with you one of my favorite Diddy quotes.
I'll do whatever the I want to do, whenever, however the I want to do it. You know why? Because I'm the freest in the world.
Several celebrities who attended Diddy's infamous parties, known for their wild and often controversial activities, are now concerned about the potential exposure of their involvement or knowledge of these alleged illegal acts.
We're probably worried about which Diddy parties they were at and what was going on. That's not to say that they were necessarily even involved in any of the things that are alleged by the U.S. Attorney's Office. But if you're at that party and it turns out that that's when he set up one of these freak-off sex parties, or that it was going on in another room and you didn't know about it, there's a good chance that you're going to be called by the U.S. Attorney's Office. And certainly if you were involved, you would get a call, because they're going to want to know everything you want to know, and may even want you to be a witness. I just think, we're just starting to scratch the surface of what this case, this case is going to touch and involve. And the feds have said that this remains an open investigation. There could be more charges for Diddy. There could be more charges for other people involved. And usually the way this works is once they find out other people are involved or were witnesses, they bring them in and they sort of lean on them, and it's sort of like, you're going to cooperate with us, or there's a possibility that you could face charges. So this is going to be a slow developing case here, because we're just getting started, and I don't see how this trial begins anytime before next year.
The parties Diddy allegedly hosted have been described as involving illegal activities on a large scale, far exceeding typical celebrity gatherings. Rumors suggest these events included substance use, trafficking, and other criminal behavior, all carried out in secrecy.
Young Miami has been accused of transporting pink cocaine to Diddy in new court documents. Plaintiff and the Combs Rico Enterprise were rehearsing for something in the Westival in Virginia. The court filing reads, Plaintiff Jones personally witnessed Mr. Combs do a few lines of coke in his dressing room. Defendant Sean Combs wanted Tessie, but Brendan forgot it. So defendant Christina Coram called Young Miami, who then brought it on the private jet from Miami. Young Miami, Jade, and Daphne Joy were paid a monthly fee to work as Mr. Combs' sex workers and receive payment via wire transfer. I mean, the nigga's so gay he can't even do regular coke. It gotta be pink.
Why don't you claim your friend? Claudia, you was Diddy girl. Corey was Jay-Z girl. When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress, who died of an imaginary aneurysm, just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. Who the was these people supposed to go to?
During a raid on Diddy's Miami mansion, federal agents discovered hidden cameras placed strategically throughout the property.
I have learned from sources that investigators have found several weapons inside his homes. Several. They also have found videos. It's been reported that Diddy has collected images of people in compromising situations at his residences. TMZ now obtained this video inside his home in Los Angeles after the raid by federal agents. It's reported that Diddy is the target of a sex trafficking investigation that comes after he was hit with a wave of civil lawsuits alleging sexual assault and trafficking. I've also learned exclusively that Diddy is in Miami. Authorities know exactly where he is.
Diddy's parties are rumored to have involved substantial illegal activities, with some sources suggesting that the music mogul may have secretly recorded these events. If true, this could expose various celebrities to serious legal or reputational consequences.
Perhaps most crucial, though, in the lawsuits is that, unbeknownst to Lucien, Diddy also has a ton of hidden cameras all throughout his house, including in his bedroom, which would perhaps suggest that the blackmail runs both ways. Maybe he also has blackmail on Lucien Grange. Again, I don't know. I'm just telling you what's in this lawsuit and what we can derive from it if these allegations are true. And again, the fact that there are so many photos in this document at least proves that he does have evidence of some sort.
And he feels like Diddy is using all that footage for blackmail.
Probably so. I could believe that. I could believe that. I believe it's a lot of rappers, a lot of music people, a lot of executives that could not say no. Cat Williams said, you just gotta say no to Diddy. And it's a lot of people that couldn't say.
Smith isn't the only Hollywood heavyweight to speak out about the Diddy allegations. Comedian and actor Jamie Foxx also addressed the issue in his recent Netflix special, Jamie Foxx What Have Happened Was, which premiered on December 10th. In the special, Foxx made a subtle reference to Diddy's notorious parties, saying, I left them parties early. I was out by 9. Something don't look right. It's slippery in here.
Yo, Playboy, this party costs $1.5 million to throw. I'm like, you are out of your mind. And I said, Puff, I'll throw you a party for $400. That will rival this party. Yo, Playboy, I'm in town, make it happen. I said, cool. So I went into my little phones, called about 200 of the coolest people. They all came to my house. Puff showed up with, SUVs and FBI. It was just, it's crazy. And, cause it was Puff was always sort of dangerous, so he had all kinds of people following. So he gets out and he comes in my house and he said, oh, that's the girl on that show and that's the guy on that show. And I said, yeah, we're all friends. We all hang out. He said, oh man, this is great. And I said, yeah, but Puff, look over there on the dinner table. I got Kentucky Fried Chicken. I put it in a nice plate. I said, I got Coca-Cola. I put it in a pitcher. We're at $208 and we are killing it right now.
Fox's comments, though made in a comedic tone, reflected the cautious stance many celebrities are now taking. His remarks added fuel to the growing speculation about the nature of Diddy's gatherings and the blurred lines between socializing and scandal in Hollywood.
Something is not quite sitting right with me when I watched Jamie Foxx's What Had Happened Was on Netflix. I have no doubt that he suffered a traumatic stroke. However, he did address the Diddy rumors. Did Diddy try to kill him? Well, this is what he says.
The internet was trying to kill me though. The internet said that Puffy tried to kill me. That's what the internet was saying. I know what you're thinking, Diddy.
Despite his strong denial, Will Smith has crossed paths with Diddy multiple times over the years. The two were photographed together at various industry events, including the NAACP Image Awards in 2009. These public interactions have fueled conspiracy theories, but Smith was quick to dismiss them, calling them nothing more than professional encounters.
And when Puff would show up at the club, we couldn't even get in the club, but we was in LA because he just take over everything, right? So I started carrying a camera to get into the party. I popped out of the sedan. I was riding a sedan, following Puff's party. I popped out just about to go into the club. I said, Puff, can I document? He's like, what? I said, can I document? We gotta get this U-Files, right? This shit is yeah, Playboy, yeah, come on in, Playboy. Come on, Puff, recreate that. I don't know my battery with that.
While Smith and Foxx have distanced themselves from Diddy, the music mogul's legal troubles continue to unfold. Diddy remains in federal custody and is set to face trial in May 2025. His legal team has consistently denied the allegations, calling them part of a reckless media circus. However, the evidence presented by prosecutors paints a grim picture of a man who allegedly exploited his power and influence for personal gain.
Developing at 5, music mogul Sean Diddy Combs back inside a federal courtroom here in New York.
All right, a trial date's now been set for May 5th of next year. Lisa Evers live in Lower Manhattan with the very latest today. Lisa.
Well, Stephen, Natasha, this was Sean Diddy Combs' third time in the courthouse you see right behind me. His first time before a new judge. They did handle these calendar matters and also set that May 5th, 2025 date for the trial to begin. But what was most striking was that his mother, Janice Combs, who's been with him his whole life, flew up from Florida to be with him, as did most of his children, in a show of support.
What are your thoughts on Will Smith's response to the Diddy allegations? Do you think his denial clears up the speculation, or does their history of friendship raise more questions? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and subscribe to Buzz Royal for the latest updates.